Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wanjiro and this is Explore with Wanjiro. So today I'm taking you guys on where it all began. We are going to where the Kikuyu culture began, where Wanjiro came from. So let's go on this journey. We are learning together. It is also my first time going there, so I'm hoping we are gonna have a good time, a good journey, and get to learn new things. We always say every day is a learning day, so let's go.
I thought mama had promised me a mockingbird, and each note that she sings kind of reminds me of her. A brand new bottle tucked away behind my seat, and if I get pulled over, I'll pretend it's not for me.
So we are already at Mukurwe wa Nyagathanga, and I'm being shown around where it all began. So let's do this. There are so many nyumba za kitambo, eh? So acha tuone tunapelekwa wapi. As you can see behind me, you can already see the huts. So I'll take through everything. As we walk into the sacred compound of Mukurwe wa Nyagathanga, believed to be where the story of Gikuyu and Mumbi began, we are reminded that some traditions are still respected today. Unfortunately, I could not enter because I was wearing trousers. According to the tradition, women entering this holy place are expected to dress traditionally, since trousers are seen as a Western influence. Those who are drunk or have taken part in lustful activities are also not allowed inside. So I handed my camera to someone who was permitted to enter and continue the journey for us. We did not spend much time in Gikuyu's hut since there was not much to explore, so we focused on Mumbi's house. As we enter Mumbi's hut, the first place we see is the entrance, called Rori. Right after entering is the sitting area. In our language we call it Medhaine, others call it Kwamedha, and so many other names. Next to it is a special place where a goat called Doromeage Shehu was kept. This goat was never allowed outside. It stayed inside and was fed until an important visitor arrived. Only then would it be slaughtered in honor of the guest. Moving further inside, we reach Kerere. Kerere is where Mumbi would rest after having a long day. Note better, this is not the bed, the main bed. This is Kerere, the resting area. After that comes Dhegi, a storage area almost like a granary where prepared items and household supplies were kept. Then we arrive at Orere, the main bed where Mumbi slept. And because there were no maternity wards in those days, right beside the bed was a sacred place called Gatora, where women gave birth. Further ahead is Kwero, the corner where the goat that was allowed to move outside would sleep. At the end of the hut, we find the traditional 3-stone fireplace where Mumbi prepared meals. Above the fireplace is Itara, a raised place used to keep firewood. As smoke and heat rose from the fire, the wood slowly dried, making it easier to use for cooking. Every corner of this hut tells a story, not just of a home, but of tradition, family, and the way life was lived generations ago. So guys, we are at the huts of the 9 daughters of Mumbi. In short, 10. Tunaitanga Keda Muihuru. So let me take you through the huts. Before we get to meet the daughters of Gikuyu and Mumbi, we are told a story that lives in this place. Some years ago, it is said that people with money and influence wanted to transform this sacred land into a hotel. Ancient structures were changed and modern accommodation rooms began to rise. But according to the stories shared here, the project was never completed. Some say there was not enough money, others believe this land protected itself. Standing here today, it is easy to understand why many people feel like this place should remain a place of history, culture, and reflection. And now, let us meet the daughters of Gikuyu and Mumbi. And now we are approaching the first daughter of Gikuyu and Mumbi. Come to think of it, who are these girls? What were they like? First, we meet Wanjiru from the Anjiro clan. She was remembered as a beautiful dark-skinned girl, and her name became associated with the richness and the beauty of her complexion. Next is Wambui from the Amboi clan. She was known for her beauty, gentleness, and calm spirit. In Kikuyu culture, even zebra was called Wambui Meshore, admired for its beauty and peaceful nature. And then we go to the third daughter, called Wanjiko from the Agashiko clan. She was associated with wisdom, thoughtfulness, and quiet strength. She observed more than she spoke. She reflected deeply before acting. Next is Washera from Ashera clan. She represented movement, exploration, and adaptability. Curious and open-minded, she embraced new places and new experiences. Then we have Wagoi Waithiegeni. Her name is connected with journeys and not being left behind when people moved to new places. She was associated with responsibility, order, and practical thinking. And now we get to meet Wagare from the Aithekahuno or Angare clan. She was known for courage, leadership, and independence, strong-minded and confident, one of the toughest among them. Stories also say she once gave birth to a premature baby, and through traditional wisdom and care, the child survived. We meet Nyabura from Wakioro or Ethaga clan. She is remembered in stories as a powerful woman. Some believed she could command rain to pause during important events. She was also associated with healing and deep spiritual strength. Next we have Wageshi or Waithera from the Aitherado clan. She represented hard work, resilience, and endurance. She worked willingly and gave her best in everything she did. Then comes Wairimo from the Mugadhigia clan. She was said to be tall and strong in appearance. Her name is connected in stories to great size and presence. She was also known as a deep thinker and often kept for herself. And finally, we reach the last daughter, who is Wamoyo or Warigia from the Aishakamoyo clan. The last born. She arrived when her older sisters were already married and was greatly loved. One story says her journey later took a different path from the rest of the family. Through oral tradition, some people connect her story to the beginning of another generation beyond the homestead. And with that, our journey through the daughters of Gikuyu and Mumbi comes to an end. These are more than names. They are stories, they are values, they are memories carried from the generation to another. And whether told exactly the same or different across families, they remind us that culture lives when stories continue to be told. As we leave this sacred place, we carry more than memories, and maybe that is the beauty of tradition. It reminds us where we come from. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.